Hey folks, it's Nick. I hope that your week has started off on the right foot, and if you're a day behind us, I hope that your week will start off on the right foot, and if you're a day before me, I hope your Monday went well. It's 11:33 p.m. here in Moncton, New Brunswick, and I've heard something distressing on the national news, and my national news selections are CTV's National News with Lisa LaFlamme, because I find it more digestible than most. But one thing that I've learned about, because I don't have time to read newspapers in the morning and listen to news in the morning, I really don't criticize that. Take it for granted. Take it from the horse telling you exactly what to expect. I really don't have time. And it makes my day less complicated not knowing about news in the morning. It really does. The pharmaceutical companies are apparently playing Russian roulette with our lives again. Why? Well, let me put it to you this way. Drugs that have been available for 50 plus years for specific type of medication that's low income earning for the companies have suddenly become phased out because the overhead, the actual possibility or margin of making any monies on these medications is apparently infinitesimally small. So small that they don't give a damn about people's lives. Here's the reason why I'm feeling this way and why I'm actually ranting against pharmaceutical companies. One, the pharmaceutical company pretty much has us by the short and curlies for the fact that they tend to want to control things the way that they want to make money. If you've never seen the movie Kids in the Hall, Brain Candy, then you need to rent it, even if it is not something currently directed to pharmaceutical companies. They do make fun at how pharmaceutical companies tend to control consumers' way of thoughts and consumers' options and choices, especially for drugs that have been approved and haven't given any side effects or any bad issues where Health Canada or the FDA has asked for a recall in regards to these drugs. And what's even more alarming is that doctors aren't kept in the now. Usually these doctors are accosted and brought out for dinners, well, in the way back when. Nowadays it's like pharmaceutical payola doesn't really exist anymore, but they try to encourage doctors into seeing the positive side of their alternative drugs, medications that they have, generic drugs or medications that are currently competing to make it cheaper, as effective than any other companies. But one of the things that they were talking about on CTV was that the current people that are being affected are people that are suffering from big I just lost the word of what it is. People suffering from epilepsy that were dependent on drugs that would actually keep their biggest symptoms and make them functional on an ongoing basis. Now, if you've ever made friends with epileptics, if you have a family member that's epileptic, if you yourself are epileptic, you probably know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to name names because none were named, but unfortunately, pharmaceutical manufacturers are not telling people in advance that these drugs are going to be phased, but that's not the problem. Reaching out and posting a website and saying, hey guys, guess what? We're stopping this drug, which has been keeping you having a normal quality of life, or keeping you controlled to have a quality norm of life that you actually depend upon to have some form of social life, a workable life, family life that doesn't put other people into stress, into emotional stress, into physical stress, and in some cases uh, cripes, any type of stress, period. I'm sorry, but that's unconscionable to me, for the simple fact that if I was making something that other people wanted, that actually gave them everything that they needed, regardless if it gave me great amounts of money or not, and I sold it at a low discount price, or it didn't make me enough money because the processes to actually manufacture the drug were always there. And you can't give me bullshit about raw materials not being available. After 50 years, the raw materials are still available. I'm sorry, but if you're a pharmaceutical company, that bullshit don't fly in with me and my friends. It's a load of crock, period. The simple fact of the matter is that you're finding a way to round the corners to make profits for yourselves. Oh, I'm sorry. They're currently occupying Wall Street, and they're doing it here in Canada. I have an idea. Let's go occupy these pharmaceutical companies so that we can actually make them understand they're making money at our expense. And it's not socially conscionable to even think about shunting things because it's no longer to their advantage. If there's 500 people dependent on a specific type of drug and they pull it off the shelf because it's not making too much money, I'm pretty much going to be one that's going to step out right now and say they're a bunch of fucking money-grubbing bastards who only care about the bottom line. And I don't give a damn. This type of industry should not be making monopolies and gambling with anyone's life. You put out the drug, you're putting out forward, unless the FDA or Health Canada comes out and tells you after having complaints put against your drug that it's too dangerous to be consumed by the public, regardless of the benefits that it has, you pull it out. Period. However, if there's no complaints and it actually makes people's lives better, but your wallet's not as heavy as you'd like them to be, oh, I'm sorry, you're a CEO making over $100,000 a year. I'm sorry that you're not making the normal $40,000-$45,000 that everyone else should be allowed to make. Oh, we're not giving you a bonus because you're not streamlining the company's profit margin? Oh, you see this? That's not even the world's smallest violin, because it's been ground to dust by the overuse of it. It's just music particles that are being chunked into the air because we don't give a damn about your fancy dinners, your overpriced way of life that you probably don't even live to what you should be able to live, which is $35,000, $30,000, $40,000 a year. If you can't live in that margin, what the hell are you doing on this earth? You're using up more resources than most people use in a lifetime. Anyways, that was my rant. And that's about pharmaceutical companies being a bunch of money-grubbing bastards, regardless of the good things that they might promote. That's just simple PR. It still doesn't buy it in my book. Have a nice one.